Hello students, welcome you back in the next lecture of science. In the previous lecture we have completed chapter number 6, substances in daily use. The explanation part is completed. Now today I am going to start with workbook exercise. Okay, so all of you must be ready with your workbooks and textbook, pen and pencil, so that you can write down the answers now. Okay, so let us start with the first question. So come to page number 53 of your workbook. There the first question is fill in the blanks using proper words. Okay, so see the first one. Rubber made by vulcanization is dash material. Answer is artificial, comma hard. Two words you need to write down here. Okay, because rubber is artificial, that means man-made, and also it's a hard, because of vulcanization rubber becomes hard. So these both words should come here. Okay, so write down properly there. If you have less space, you can write down the upside above the word material. There you can write down the second word, that is hard. Okay, next. Man-made materials are made by dash natural materials. We have studied that natural materials are processed and from that man-made materials are obtained, and therefore the correct answer is processing. Write down the word processing there. Third one, dash thread was developed simultaneously in New York and London. So when I taught you, I told that the word nylon is developed from the names of these two cities, that is New York and London. See N-Y. So and L-O-N from here, and the answer is nylon. Okay. Next, fourth one, rayon is also known as dash. So the answer is synthetic silk. Fifth one, both kitchen utensils and electrical cables are made from dash. Answer is aluminium. Write it down. When we have seen the properties of metals, we have seen that the aluminium is having the property of electrical conductivity as well as thermal conductivity. That is why the utensils and electrical cables are made from aluminium. Sixth one, glass can be made from dash and dash. So answer is sand and calcium carbonate. Okay, write down the answers. Next, the sap of rubber tree is called dash. Answer is latex. We have seen this in the textbook, right? When I taught you the lesson, I told you that the sap is called as latex, correct? So let us go towards the second question now. Come to page number 54 of your workbook. There you can see question number 2. What are we used for? That means we have asked the uses of the given substances here. So first one is soil. All of you know the uses of soil. You can write down the answer by yourself also. Okay, but I have given you the answer. I have tried to cover all the points according to the space provided in the workbook. Okay, here I have given more uses. If you feel that the space is not enough, you can write it in short also. Okay, like here soil is used for farming, agriculture, it is written there. In front of that you can put comma and immediately you can write down construction. That soil is used for farming, agriculture, constructions. Okay, so these two statements you can combine if you feel that the space is less, because only 2 lines are provided in the workbook, and if your handwriting is big, it will not fit. So you can make it short. Okay, so soil is used for farming and agriculture. It is also used for constructions. Then bricks and clay tiles are also made from soil. So you can write it together also. Then these two statements you can combine, that bricks, clay tiles, pot, urns, clay stoves, etc. are made from soil. So even though I have given 4 statements here, you can combine them to make two statements. Okay, so do the needful according to the space available. Okay, next is wood. Furniture is made from wood. All of you know that this is the common use of the wood, that for making furniture we make use of wood. Then doors and window of houses are made from wood, and therefore in construction activities wood is used. Then you know that wood is combustible material, therefore it is used as fuel also. So wood gives us fuel, and many other articles like decorative articles are made from wood. Okay, so these all are the uses of wood. Next is nylon. It is a thread, you know that, and it is a transparent thread, and it is very strong and durable. So these threads, since they are durable and strong, they are used in making ropes, fishing nets, and also they are used for making clothes. Okay, so these are the uses of nylon threads. Fourth one, paper. Paper uses also you can write down by yourself, that we use paper for writing, we use paper for making books, notebooks, registers, greeting card, etc. Then tissue paper, which is used for wiping, is also made up of paper. Then the paper is also used for packing materials. The boxes, packing boxes, or the cardboards which are used for packing are made up of paper. So these are the different uses of paper. Fifth one is rubber. Okay, so the main use of rubber is, it is used to make tires of the vehicles. When I taught you vulcanization, that when the sulfur is added to the rubber it becomes hard. Okay, so this is a great invention, and from that the tires of the vehicles are made. So main use of rubber is to make the tires. And other uses you can write down like erasers, rubber toys, balls, footwear, rubber bands, etc. All these things are made up of rubber. Okay, so this way you can write down the answer. Okay, let us go further. Question number 3. Find out. This question is not there in textbook. This question you have to write down by yourself. The answer you have to find by yourself. Here the answers are given by me. You can write down them. If you search on internet, then also you are going to get these answers. First question, how is lac obtained from nature? Lac is a natural substance. Okay, so how it is obtained? Lac is obtained from the insect called lac insect. So let's write down that first statement, that lac is a secretory material obtained from lac insects. That also, especially the female insect. From the body of female lac insects, this resinous substance is given out as secretion. And when this substance comes in contact with air, it solidifies and lac is formed. Okay, so this way lac is obtained from the nature. Second, how are pearls obtained? Okay, pearls, all of you know, pearls we use for making ornaments, jewelries. Here we are using pearls in jewelries also. A pearl is a natural substance, and you know that it is obtained from the marine animal, which is a bivalve animal. Also it is called as oyster, pearl oyster. Okay, so here what happens is, pearls are formed inside the shell of bivalve. Bivalve means what? Two valves. You must have seen these shells on the seashore, that these bivalves, they are divided into two parts. Bivalve stands for two. Okay, so the marine animals are called as bivalve marine animals. If any foreign particle enter the body of this animal, then a layer of protective substance called chancre, okay, that substance is secreted from the body of the animal only. So that substance called as chancre is deposited around it. This deposition ultimately forms pearl, and because of this substance pearls are formed. Nowadays, pearls are obtained in the laboratories also. So what is done there is, in the laboratories, artificially a bead is inserted in the body of an animal called as pearl oyster. Then that this animal, pearl oyster, deposits layer of chancre around the bead, and this is how the cultured pearl are prepared. Okay, the cultured pearl are not that costly or expensive, but natural pearls which are obtained by diving in the sea, they are very expensive. Correct? So let us go further now. Question number 4. Answer the following questions. First one. Why did the need of man-made material arise? This answer is given in textbook under the heading man-made materials. Okay, so you can write it from there also, and here I have given you the ready-made answer. Man continuously strives for newer and newer things. You know that man is curious about all the things. He is curious about nature also, and he for leading the good life or the simple life, always he wants to make the life comfortable. Okay, and therefore to make the life comfortable, he started finding out new things. Okay, so he used the natural substances and tried to make different usable artificial substances. Okay, the production of low cost and plentiful material satisfy man's need. Okay, that means man is produced low cost and plentiful material. Plentiful means what? Lots of material can be prepared. So this way, here man need these artificial materials or man-made materials to make the life comfortable. Okay, this is the main reason. Okay, next, second one. Which are the natural materials obtained from plants and animals? This answer is also given in the textbook, just above the part where we have seen the natural substances. You know that natural substances are divided into two parts: plant origin materials and animal origin materials. So in plant origin, you are going to have the materials like cotton, then jute, hemp, teak, wood, flowers, fruits, etc. You can write down many other materials also which you know, which are obtained from the plants. Animal, from animal what we get? Leather, silk, lac, pearl and wool. Okay, all this we have seen how we are getting these materials from the nature. Some are plant origin, some are animal origin. Okay. Third one, what is vulcanization? So this answer also is given in your textbook. Okay, so vulcanization is done of rubber, and vulcanization is a chemical process. In this process, the rubber is heated with sulfur for 3 to 4 hours. Okay, and after this process, rubber becomes hard. You know that the hardness of the rubber depends on the proportion of sulfur present in it. Okay, so the processing of rubber, chemical processing of rubber by adding sulfur is called as vulcanization of rubber. Okay, let us go further. Question number 4. Which natural materials are used to obtain fibers? That means from which materials we can get fibers or threads. So the answer is cotton, jute, hemp, wool, silk, etc. So all these materials, natural materials, are used to make fibers, and from them then different articles are made. Okay, like clothes are made or saris are made. Okay, so many things are made here by using these natural fibers. Then next, which natural substances were used in construction work previously, and which man-made substances are used these days? Okay, so in the textbook one table is given And in that table we have seen how the in olden days how the natural substances were used and how they are replaced by man-made substances. That table we have discussed. So you can make use of that table to write this answer. Okay, so here we can write down previously only natural materials were used for construction work. The materials are bamboo, stone, soil, wood, coconut fronds, lime, etc. But nowadays, modern construction methods, we make use of man-made materials, and they are bricks, cement, concrete, galvanized sheets, clay tiles, plastic sheets and asbestos sheets. Okay, so in the table also you will get this answer and you can write down the answer. Next, question number 6. How is paper manufactured? Write in your words. So manufacturing of paper is also given in the textbook. You have to frame small sentences and you have to write down the answer. Okay. So I am reading the answer. For making paper, the pine-like coniferous trees are felled. Means what? They are cut down. Bark from the logs of these coniferous trees is removed. Bark means you know that the brown part on the stem is removed. The wood is broken into small pieces. It is mixed with certain chemicals and soaked for a long time. This forms a pulp. When the chemical process is completed, the fibers from the wood are separated and then the dyes are mixed in the pulp and it is passed through rollers. Then it is dried and then the paper formed is wound on the reels. Okay. So this is also given in textbook. You have to write the answer in your own words by framing small sentences. Correct. Next, how is fibers of terylene manufactured? This also answer is given here in your textbook. We have discussed. We have seen the new words like hydrocarbons, then mineral oil, polymer chains. Okay. So this answer also is given in the textbook. I am reading the answer. Terylene fiber is manufactured from mineral oil. There are hydrofibers in the mineral oil. Polymer chains are made from these hydrocarbons. A solution of such polymers is passed through strainer with fine holes. The long and unbroken threads of fibers are obtained after cooling. These threads are twisted to form a yarn of terylene. Okay, so this is the answer you can find in the textbook also. Let us go further now. Question number 8. Classify. This I have discussed when I taught the lesson on textbook page number 42. This question is given in the box that classify the following substances according to their uses. That time also I told you that write this down. But if you have not written, now you can write it down. After reading the substances, sand, soap, wood and all, we can divide them into the 4 categories according to their uses. The first one is materials for construction. So write down all the materials for construction. That is, see from here sand, then you have window glass, bamboo, bricks. Okay, so all these, and also there here in the second line cement and water. So all these are the materials used for constructions. Then second use, materials used as food. So find out the answers here. See, up to this nothing is there. So leafy vegetables you can see. Then fruits, water and sugar. These are the substances which are used as food. Next is materials used for making clothes. So you can find from here wool, then you have silk and you have cotton. Okay, so write down these 3 names here. See, cotton is here, silk is here. So wool, silk and cotton. These three are used for making clothes. And only one is left out, that is soap. So soap is the material used for cleanliness. So classify it accordingly. Okay, enough space is provided in your workbook to write down the answer. So on the back side also you can see 4 more lines are provided. So turn the page and write it properly. Okay, let us go further now. Question number 5. Give scientific reasons. Here, first one, we must use cotton clothes in summer. So here, why cotton clothes must be used in summer? Because they absorb the sweat. This is the main reason. Okay, it's a natural material. Cotton is a natural material, and other man-made threads, you have seen that they do not absorb water. So we can get the rashes on the skin, or many other infections also can be caused. But when we use cotton clothes, they absorb the sweat and we are saved from getting the skin diseases. So the first point here is cotton clothes are made from natural fibers. The sweat is absorbed in these fibers. The skin remains dry and the chance of catching skin infection is less. By using clothes made from synthetic fibers, we may feel uncomfortable. Therefore, we must use cotton clothes in summer. Okay. Next, we must observe economy in the use of material. That means we must use all the natural materials or the other materials also properly. We should not waste things. So why it is we should do this? You know that nature provide for man's needs, for not for man's greeds. If we are greedy, then we are going to exploit the nature. So to save the nature and keep the resources for the next generation, we should try to use all the materials properly, okay, or economically. So let us see the answer. Man has overused natural resources to satisfy his needs. He also made many new substances by changing the natural substances in an irreversible way. We have seen that when the new substance is obtained here, the chemical reaction takes place in man-made materials and it is not possible for us to obtain the original materials. Okay. While making such substances, the properties of constituents undergo change due to chemical reactions. We cannot obtain natural resource again. Many a times, these man-made materials are hazardous for the environment. For example, thermocol, plastic. In order to save our resources, we must observe economy in the use of them. Okay, so for all these reasons, we have to use the materials properly, economically. Then the next one, third one, humus is a natural material. We have seen this word humus in nearly all the chapters from 1 to 3, that what is humus. Okay, so here humus is the topmost layer of soil that you have studied in the first chapter. So here what happens is there are soil microbes that bring about decomposition process in the soil. That means what, the leaves of the plants, they fail on the ground and then the soil microbes, they decompose this. Other dead bodies of the animals also are decayed by these microbes. So from the dead and decaying remains of animals and plants, humus is formed by them. Okay, this is a natural process and therefore humus is called as a natural material. Why humus is a natural material? Because humus is formed naturally by the soil microbes by decaying the dead remains of the plants and animals. So this is completely a natural process. That is why humus is called as natural material. Now see open-ended questions on page number 56 and 57. When I taught the lesson, I have discussed this questions, and I told you that time also, you immediately complete it. The first question is, make a list of various objects in your house and note down the substances they are made of. So you can easily do it. You can take some substances from your houses, like you can take the chair. Chair is made up of what? Television is made up of what? Your cooking gas stove is made up of what? Kitchen utensils are made up of what? So make a list by yourself. Then second question, classify the various substances available in the house as natural and man-made substances. So again, from your house, you see the substances and classify them accordingly, which are natural and which are man-made. And third one, how will you save the paper? So answer for this also you are going to write by yourself, that how you will save paper. I told you while teaching that how you are going to save the paper. You try to reuse the paper. You can use the blank part of the pamphlet or the back side of the pamphlet to make list or write something. Every time don't take new paper. Then if the leftover pages of your notebooks, you should utilize them for writing the notes, or you can make the new notebook also by binding this page. So all these things you are going to write by yourself, that how you are going to save the paper. Okay. So now very soon we are going to have our third online assessment, and the portion for the same is chapter number 4, 5 and 6. So you will be preparing for these chapters. Okay. The paper pattern and all will be discussed to you, and or it will be given on the WhatsApp group also. In the revision also I will discuss that. So start studying for your third online assessment. Now PDF of these question answers I will share on the WhatsApp group, so that you can use it and you can write down the answers. You can complete your workbook. Okay students, so today we are stopping here. So stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Thank you students.